up, my fellow Michiganians, Michiganders, whatever you happen to call yourselves? Welcome to Wolverine State Sports Talk. Before we start this video, let me just show you the website that I have up here, WolverineStateSportsTalk.com. On here I have an article posted about the prediction for this game, so that's what this video is going to be about, is that article. But if you want to check it out, go ahead and subscribe to the website, and I look forward to seeing who wants to read the articles, who wants to keep up with things, and leave a comment down below. Debate me on some of these things. This game is interesting. I think that Nebraska actually is a better opponent than last week. Yeah, I would have never thought that, but that's the way it is. Nebraska's defense, I thought, looked very stout in the film that I watched. Against Michigan State, the defensive line got off the ball really well. And here's the thing, before Kenneth Walker had that 23-yard run in overtime, in regulation he was held to 38 yards on 18 carries. He was going absolutely nowhere. Nebraska was doing a great job staying home. You know, linebackers cover really well for Nebraska. You look at a couple key linebackers that they have on their team. I'm trying to remember the names. Jojo Doman and Luke Reimer. They're both really good at covering the middle. They have really good pass coverage grades from PFF. And this is one of the best pass secondaries in the country. 24th in pass yards allowed. These guys really are starting to go back to the black shirt tradition. And then offensively, this is also a good football team. Adrian Martinez, he scares me a lot at quarterback. You know, ever since that first game against Illinois, he's been absolutely explosive. And even in that Illinois game, he had a 75-yard touchdown run. The dude is fast. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's been getting more accurate as the season's been going along. It almost looks like he's playing up to his potential finally. It almost feels like Nebraska is doing that. So, while that's good for the Big Ten, it might not be good for Michigan this Saturday. But even though this is a tougher opponent, and it is on the road, I still like Michigan in this one. And I do think it'll be a lot closer than last week. But here's why. I think Mike McDonald understands the game plan that you need to go up against a dual-threat quarterback. What he needs to do, Aiden Hutchinson, David Ojabo, rush the edges, but don't rush too far. Pretend that this Hutchinson, this is Ojabo. Rush the edges about 2 or 3 yards down the field. Don't let him get outside. And then if he starts to step up in the pocket, Hutchinson and Ojabo, and then the tackles are right here. Hitton and Mozzie Smith, right here. So when he runs up the middle, they're right there to meet. Problem is you can't get out of your pass rush lanes. You can't make a lot of moves. But I'll tell you what, I think that this defensive line is talented enough that even with the limited pass rush lanes, they can still get to the quarterback consistently. And, you know, you can throw in a blitz with Josh Ross. As long as they make their tackles, I think they have the talent to get pressure on the quarterback. And Nebraska's offensive line has not been good this year. They're one of the worst teams in the country protecting the passer. They've given up 18 sacks. And after what Michigan did last week to Graham Mertz, I could see us having another big day here. And that's why I think Michigan will win this game. I think it'll be a defensive showdown. I don't feel great about our offense. I think we'll score maybe 2 touchdowns on offense. But I think our defense is what can create some points. I think if we're able to get to the quarterback, we'll eventually get a strip sack or something like that, and that'll lead to a touchdown that should win us the game. So my final score prediction is 26-17. But I'm a little bit worried about this game. I think if this was at a neutral site, Michigan is the better team, and they would win. But playing at Memorial Stadium at night, and there's a new confidence here in Nebraska, and they're finally playing up to the standard that Scott Frost set for them. And Scott Frost, I think, is a really good head coach, and I'm glad that he's finally starting to break through, because I think it'd be a shame if he wasn't coaching Nebraska, because I think that it was a longer rebuild than people expected, but they're starting to get back on track. Good for them. But yeah, what Michigan needs to do, continue to not turn the football over, you know, get Roman Wilson involved. I think Roman Wilson is the X factor. He's kind of the I don't want to say replacement for Ronnie Bell, because you can't replace him, but I think Roman Wilson is kind of that safety net that you can get the ball to when no one's open. And I think they get him involved, then, you know, maybe you get some guys on the box for Nebraska, then Blake Corum can have a big run or two. I think that's all you need to do offensively, nothing too much. Don't turn it over. They've been doing it all year, so I don't have any reason to believe they can't do it, even against this defense. And then defensively, stay sound to your assignments. basically don't go running all over the field like a chicken with its head cut off. When you play the option, when you play a scrambling quarterback, you've got to be disciplined. And I believe they're going to do it. I think they've been great, well disciplined all year, and Michigan will pull this thing out. All right, thank you all for listening. Go Blue, and you have a good night.